Hello and welcome to Fatecaster.
Fatecaster.
Yeah.
That's a new one. I like that.
I like that.
And another exciting episode of Shadows of Stravia. Previously, our party escorted the Lady Celine Blackheart through the streets of Slavoka, guarding her as she met with Countess Virilia Skorn in the Skorn mansion. Some interpersonal relations were discussed and discovered, and the party, knowing that a strike was likely imminent on the mansion, attempted to take whatever precautions were necessary, but were either unable to do so or not prepared for the strike of the Sunlit Path that happened. Very intentional, very practiced, very militant, an assassination attempt on Virilia Skorn. And we ended the last session with Zafira watching as her grandmother was wreathed in flame, crying out with pain and torment. And with that, please join us as we descend into darkness.
Yes.
Oh. Okay. So, I need you all to roll initiative.
Woo!
Okay. Which one of you dice is going to F it up for me?
Initiative.
Red.
Okay.
Don't I have... Wait, don't I have
You
double
guys
on that?
just let me know when you've got number.
Hold on, that was
12.
Holy crap.
Is that really how much I add to
The
my initiative?
enemy is 17.
17.
Why do I add that much to my initiative?
Z, what were you?
Damn. 16?
Rec?
26.
You add a lot now as
Yeah.
as Gloomstalker. You add a lot to your initiative because your whole thing is to go first in initiative.
Okay.
You get benefit.
Okay.
So, all right. Who is up first? Requiem, of course.
Of course.
Our newly famed Gloomstalker.
Okay, yeah. So we just watched this happen. So, Virilia...
The explosion happened, like technically centered right above where the dude riding the eagle is. And the other assassins dropped off from eagles through that space onto balconies, onto stairs, basically where they are. And the natural sunlight that came through, like they planned this, is perfectly in the sky to center on where Virilia is in her seat, and then he cast daylight spell on top of that. So she faced natural daylight, the daylight spell, and all of those canisters of holy oil bombs that were specifically targeted her. So with that, Requiem is up first.
So if I go over to her, is she still screaming? That's what I'm what state is she in?
You can't see her right now. It's just flame and ash and smoke and the unique, acrid, holy white smoke that is happening when holy oil touches a vampire.
Okay, well, I would like to, regardless, I want to get to her and Zelfira because they're still next to each other for the most part, right? So
Yes.
I want to,
You have lots of movement.
I do.
So this is where
Ton of
Virilia
movement.
is. That's Zelfira.
I want to get in where Virilia is.
You to get where she is, you will take all of that fire damage right now. If you try to approach within, I'd say 10 any of these surrounding 5-foot squares, if you go into that, you're gonna take damage.
That's not necrotic, that's radiant, right?
Yes.
Okay, dang, because I am defensive against necrotic and stuff. Oh, this is hard going first because I'm just
your movement's increased.
Someone
but still. So if I'm trying, my instinct is to get there and grab her and
You can do that. I'm going to
her.
tell you you're going to take damage.
Well, yeah, but will it decrease as I get her out of that spot? Probably don't.
You imagine, like, it certainly will help her to get her out of that spot.
Yeah.
But she still is on fire with oil, holy oil. So you probably won't put her out completely, right? But it will help, yes.
Okay.
But you will subject yourself to damage.
Okay, that's fine. That's what I want to do.
Okay.
Keep.
So you run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. What's your movement right now?
70 feet.
35, 40, 45, 50.
And I want to get her.
I first need to find out how much damage you take. So please make a dexterity saving throw. The
Okay.
DC is 15.
I'm going to use the computer. I'm scared to use my dice. 23. Ugh, that's a lot of dice you just rolled. That's a lot.
Sarah's freaking dice.
Heavy dice. Those are D4s.
They were not D4s. So 18 points of radiant damage, half to 9 for entering that space.
Okay.
So that was like 35. So now you have half movement because you're dragging her.
Okay.
So you have 15 remaining. 5, 10, 15. So you take her. I mean,
Are you
she's going to take some
towards
damage.
me, towards the cover?
Bonus action.
Yeah.
Walk more.
That's how far you get away. She is still actively on fire. So if you're there at the start of your next turn, you're going to continue to take damage. Like anyone within 5 feet of her is going to continue to take damage until she's out. But you got her out of the center of that blazing inferno. So that has helped her immensely.
Okay, so is that everything then?
That was your movement.
Zephyr Strike is a bonus action. So can I use my... So where's the closest... There's no one on the floor with us, right? Are they
Not yet.
just up?
They're all up right now.
Oh, they're up high.
and around.
They're
So
up high.
They're other side.
How many feet away is that? The closest one to me?
I'd say
that
the one
would
on
be
that
the
side.
two.
Probably
There's
the
2 up
closest.
here
Yeah.
that are pretty close, probably 20-ish feet.
I'd say they're
20-ish
probably
feet?
the closest.
No, more than that. 40.
Yeah, you're gonna be
35.
shooting up.
Then I would like to... I'll crossbow shoot at them because that's the closest thing that I can do.
Okay.
But so I actually get advantage on one weapon that I can do with a Zephyr Strike. Gives me advantage on one of them. So
using your bonus action for Zephyr Strike and then your action to hand crossbow.
yeah. So do I roll twice? I mean, that's a 23.
Roll again. See if you crit.
Okay.
Roll your real dice. What are you doing?
I don't know. This has been nice.
That's the
Okay,
fun
10.
part.
So 23 is the high one.
23 is the high. Okay, that hits. Which one are you targeting?
The
The closest one?
Yeah, that's just the closest
Okay.
one. Okay, and then I'm going to damage.
The mush.
9 damage.
9 damage
Mhm.
to them. Nice. They're looking rough.
Good.
Okay, that's your turn.
Look
You fire your hand crossbow. This you see that she is an archer, and you see that she is readying.
Oh, I can deal an extra 2d6 psychic damage.
Yep. She is readying. She's readying a bow and arrow, and you see it's tipped with another flaming canister.
Oof.
Is that your turn?
That's the end of my turn. That's
Okay.
I don't have anything else.
Oh.
Okay. Perfect.
I'll crouch
Enemy.
over.
And then Z on deck. Try to go in the hole.
Yep.
Okay, the enemy's turn. You see that everyone who is on, 3 of them are these archers that have these flaming canister arrows, and they begin to let fly with these. You see that they are still centered on Virilia, but now, Requiem, you are also within the range of the AoE of that attack. So they each get an explosive arrow. Miss. Hit. 2 hits. Please give me 2 dexterity saving throws.
Okay. And do it at the same time.
Hey, Sophia, can
No,
you
that was a 19.
can
I
you
never
give me a
did.
dexterity saving throw for your grandma, please? She adds 9.
15.
Success.
24 on one, and then my second one is 11.
One succeeds, one fails.
Okay.
So you take 9 and 3, so 12 points of radiant. Radiant. So you and Virelia both, these arrows fire, catching, like, she's already aflame, and so adding
Does it help
fuel
that
to
I'm
the fire.
hovering over her at all? Or is it just, no, she's burning. Okay.
Well, they hit within 5 feet.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. How many hit points do you have?
Left?
1.
7.
Oh,
7 left? Okay. That's theirs. You see, so that was those 3. These other 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. One of these looks very familiar.
Oh, I saw her.
See you next
Princess?
Tuesday.
No, the first person you encountered from,
Oh,
the,
that
from the
was
warehouse.
Spying on
Can
us.
I?
Hunter's Mark.
Would this be
Got
the
it.
kind of fire that I can snuff out with fire play with Druidcraft?
Oh, what does that do?
It says you can snuff out a candle, torch, or campfire. Is
None of those.
different? Okay. I was like, no.
Hey,
Not include
Worth asking.
holy fire.
Worth that. Yeah, I'm seriously worth it.
Holy fire inferno. Okay, that is their turn. With a burst of red smoke behind you, Nyx, a red mist, you see Captain Saren, blade already drawn, appears. With the force of like a black gale, you see, I haven't put him on the map because he's killing him right now, but there are more Sunlit Path affiliates who jumped down behind that area and are closing in. And Captain Saren shoulder slams into the first assassin and then drives his blade upward through his rib cage.
Hell
And
yeah.
Yeah.
Before the rebel even hits
He's
the
a
ground,
beast.
he spins a backhand slash, catching a second Sunlit Path soldier mid-lunge, like severing spine and sinew in a
Yes.
single ruthless stroke. A third assassin levels a crossbow at him, and Saren vanishes, which none of you have ever seen anyone do before, but a burst of red mist erupts in his place, swirling violently as his form collapses into smoke. It streams across the chamber in a crimson arc, reforming behind the archer. And Nyx, you hear Saren say, "Wrong room," and then runs the assassin through before they can scream.
She's making us all
I hated
hot
this
and
guy.
sweaty in here.
I thought I hated him.
Seeing this, you see the
Might be a good
druid
night.
climbing on top of an eagle. See Saren snarls something in druidic and leaps to the top of the rooftop and out of view. You see Saren's eyes flash, and with like another blink of blood mist, he surges up through the sunlight-drenched wreckage, leaping from shattered stone, crumbling beam, a mist step again, and then another, his body flickering between like this mist, blood, and vapor and physical form. And he pursues this druid up like a predator through the smoke and flame. And in moments, the two of them heat. The druid flies out, climbs up through the banister, flies out on the eagle, and Saren ascends, chasing him through the rooftop, and their battle continues beyond view.
Okay. Is that eagle or is that a
Yes.
different eagle? Okay.
So he and Saren will be out of
pretty
combat
cool,
for now.
actually.
Sick.
I like his armor on you. Know, this mini.
Okay, so that's the enemy's turn.
Hey,
Saphira.
Okay. Does. Let me see. Do I see any sort of. Excellent. Those areas such as minor exposures have. Do I see any sort of ring on my grandma? Does she wear any?
She is not.
All right. I'm going to. I thought I was going to give her my cloak, but I'm actually going to swap. I'm going to take my ring off and give it to her.
No attunement?
Slide it on her finger. What?
Any attunement?
Oh no, I rules lawyered myself out.
No, what did I do?
Oh,
It
shut
doesn't
up.
say. Oh, it does
It does
require.
require attunement.
Just
Big
kidding.
idiot.
That
I'm
one
sorry.
does require attunement. No, that's good because my cloak does not.
The cloak doesn't,
So
okay.
I'm gonna swap and go back to what I was gonna do. I was just trying to give her more protection. So I'm going to. She's dragging her closer to me, kind of. I'm going to uncloak, throw it over Grandma. Yeah, I'm taking off my cloak for her. Throw it over Grandma.
While you do that, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
For her, me.
You.
Nat 20.
20.
Nice.
It's my only nat 20
Keep that
outside
one.
You're supposed to
it's
take
a lot.
half damage on a success with a nat 20. I'll say you will avoid all damage.
I am attuned to my ring.
Yeah,
But-
it's
it's not
it's
natural.
radiant fire is what you're
Okay, yeah.
dealing with. But as you she's still ablaze, but you throw your cloak, a sun protection over her.
Yeah, so I want to do that and with that action, try and drag her as. I know it kind of looks. It's hard to tell where is that safety point, which nothing's
Yeah.
necessarily safe.
Basically that way.
but back. Okay,
Yeah,
so I'm
towards
going to drag
Nyx.
her that way.
Okay, so it's half movement.
Yeah,
5,
that's fine.
10, 15.
As far as I can get. And then with my new feat of help, I can utilize it as a bonus action. Does that allow me to attack the same person she was just attacking right above us?
With your help?
With the Master of Tactics help?
I think that allows you to give the help action as a bonus action is its thing.
What is the help action? Because
gives
it
someone
doesn't
advantage.
explain to me.
It gives someone the help action.
see.
You can at any point you can be like, I'm trying to do this thing, and another player could be like, I help them. So normally it's using your action to help to give that person advantage. But as a mastermind rogue,
Because it has to do with
You could give yourself the
attacking.
help action for advantage. Sneak attack.
Because it says it has to do with attacking for a Master of Tactics. For that particular thing, it says you can use the help action as a bonus action, but when you use the help action to aid an ally in attacking a creature target, it doesn't say but. It says when you use it to aid an ally in attacking a creature, the target of that attack can be within 30 feet of you if it can see or hear, because usually it's 5 feet, but it's basically saying 30 feet instead.
so tell me again what you're trying to do.
I was trying to understand that feat first on whether or not that meant that I was doing an attack or if it actually plays into I do give it to somebody else.
So the help action does specifically say you lend your aid to another creature to a completion task. So it
Okay.
can't be yourself, but you can give it to anyone as a bonus action.
Okay.
This says with the next task they're helping with. So at any point, and the nice thing about Mastermind is normally that requires an action. You can do so as a bonus action. And so you could do it, and basically it's like you're kind of like barding, because if you gave like Requiem the help action, for instance, her next action would have advantage.
Okay.
So you can be passing those along and be like, I'm helping you the next thing that you do.
Okay.
Nice.
Cool. So I will then, since I can use it as bonus and didn't use my bonus, I will be yelling at Rec, like, those up there, I've got eyes on them, and that's basically me.
Those guys up there that
assisting
we
her.
just
So use your bonus action.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's whoever you choose to attack, but I'm pointing out who you were just doing, because you'll get advantage next
you
roll.
use your object interaction, your movement, and your
Thank
bonus
you.
action. You still have an action.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, then I am going to also none of them are close to anybody right now, right?
None of the, not super close.
Is
There's
that within
one
5
right
of
behind,
Eldrick?
Eldrick and Celine is the closest.
Okay. Would you say he's within 5 for sneak attack?
He is not. He's not. He's just outside.
All right, fine. I will. Is Eldrick not looking at him though? So he actually is trying to come up on him behind.
Pulse.
Um,
Pulse.
I like
Meh. Yeah, he sees it.
in D&D terms, there isn't officially a direction, right? So like because you're behind someone, the mini doesn't necessarily mean they're looking away from
Okay,
them.
just checking.
But
If he
yeah.
sees it or not. I didn't know if that guy was gonna. If I didn't choose him,
You're
if
looking
he's
by.
gonna
You
get
think Eldrick is
advantage.
aware. Eldrick is aware.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to then instead look up at the guy that's right above us, trying that Rec has already attacked. And I will. Let's see. I gotta remember how I wouldn't have sneak attack here. They're very aware I'm here.
You don't have sneak attack, in this moment.
No, but if I throw my dagger,
Could throw a
it's
dagger.
not a good choice, because then I lose a dagger. Not to do.
If only you have that belt of returning.
I know. No one's getting that
This will just
shiny
get
on
snow.
that. We're
Use your
finding a
action to
quiver
move
of
further if you
returning
can't
and belt
attack.
of returning.
Yeah, that's true. I could move. I'll just use my action actually to pull
Pull
her.
more?
Yeah,
Okay, so
we're not
15
even going to
more-
fight right now.
15
I'm
more
going to
feet.
assist
Yeah.
and get myself and her as far.
Just so you are aware, since she's still on fire, your start of your next turn, you'll have to do that roll again to take more radiant damage.
I think you can put somebody out with an action too. You can put, if somebody's on fire, you can use an
You
action
can start to
put
do
them
that,
out.
yeah.
Okay. So next I'll work on that. I was just trying to get her out of their range
Okay.
for now. So I'll say that used all that, and then I've already used my bonus. I think I'm out of options.
I'm going to
Perfect.
guess that water doesn't put out holy
No.
radiant fire.
No oil fire.
Oh, Reds. Don't feed us. I'm not going to
you are
help
up.
you
Next
as
is
a
Undead.
rain cloud. Time
Me?
to rain, put us in water.
Targul's up. Nix is on deck.
I'm going to move behind the dude that's directly in front of me
Okay.
and roll for Warhammer hit. And
I don't even know if you fit up there.
that's going to be 15 to hit.
Yeah, you bridge the gap. That's bridge the gap.
15 to hit.
15 to hit. Oh, you'd be able to push too.
What is
That's
it?
great.
Magic cleric.
That's awesome.
15 hits.
See.
Okay. Yes.
It depends on what.
That's going to be,
Jesus.
let's see, 10 points of damage plus my
Woo!
crusher feat. So I throw him
Yeah.
15 feet off that edge.
Throw that motherfucker.
Oh, I bat his ass.
And this is the one that Requiem hit,
Yes.
right?
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah, that one's the one.
Yeah, you... How much damage?
10, but he also takes
gonna
15
take
feet
bludgeoning.
of...
He had 9 hit points. So,
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Baby's
because he would have taken fall damage too.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
would've
he's
taken-
going off that edge.
so yeah, even with your
He's dead
initial
in the
roll,
air.
you see, you're like, I'm gonna push this guy off, and like even surprising you with some newfound strength.
Yes.
What weapon are you using?
I'm using my Warhammer.
the
for this
Warhammer.
one. Yep.
Okay,
Not the teeth.
Not yet.
You're
I wanted to
because you're
knock
going to
him off.
push. You're gonna push.
Yeah.
So you're like, I'm going to push this guy off, and you see like the Warhammer connects with this rebel's skull, and you hear a crunch, and you just see light leave his eyes before he even falls. So just like he's flying through the air, and he's already gone.
Yeah.
Ragdoll.
Yeah,
Ragdolled off.
he falls down.
Get out of here, you dill muncher.
All right.
Now go to the other one. Dill muncher.
Anything else?
Pickles
movement.
or
Yeah.
nose.
That's like 15 feet of movement.
I got the really sour and rancid pickles.
Let's see.
Again, pickles or doughs?
Yeah, I'll move closer to the guy that's on that ledge.
Okay. I am gonna ask how many. No, you have a pretty far leap distance, I think. So you can bridge that gap.
You're a big boy. You got that.
Okay, so that's another 15 feet of movement.
We just hear like
what's
a
the good boy doggy doing?
above us
What's the
the
good
whole
boy
time.
doggy doing right now?
He's sitting there.
He's sitting there next to his master, like a good boy.
Trying real hard to be like,
He's not like, oh. Yeah.
growling a little bit.
His hackles are up.
baby, get him.
Okay, is that your turn?
Yes.
All right, Nyx.
All right. I am going to pull out a smoke grenade.
Mhm.
And sunlight is coming in, right? So there's people that are still at. I'd like to kind of put the smoke grenade, I have 60 feet of it where I could place it, but I want it to be a thing where it's covering our retreat back this way while also providing sunlight blocking from hitting my vampire companions.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Nice.
Wow, that's clever.
And it's like 20 feet
20
diameter?
foot radius.
Your
20 feet,
box
so it's
alive,
fireball
right?
size.
Actually, here, let me double check. I really want to make sure because I got to cross this off anyway. It is a 20-foot radius.
And so you're putting it like
Yeah.
right on Requiem, maybe?
Yeah, I don't know where the sunlight's coming
It's
in.
like it was right where Virilia was, which is right where Requiem is.
Okay, yeah, I'd say just the edge of it where they are, and then more, and then back towards us, so that
Okay.
people that are coming within it. I want
It's not going to fit
arrow
in that.
strike.
It's not going to fit in that terrain. So just remember, it's like all this area.
Yeah.
It's like
So
Celine's
if
on an
they're-
edge, and
Area where I'm
the fire
retreating,
is,
yeah.
Perfect. So like an arrow going through,
And
you guys
these
will
and
be
these
at disadvantage.
like all of this stuff. too.
Perfect. Yeah, I just want attacks in there to be at disadvantage, cover the sunlight.
Okay.
Cool. And then for my movement, I'd like to strafe. I might need your help to.
You're good.
Strafe kind of more right.
Over here.
Yep, and back.
Back this way.
Yep, and I have 30-foot movement. Perfect. So just kind of getting some cover and spreading ourselves out. Using my bonus action, I can't. So Eldritch Blast is an action. I can't use it as a bonus action, even though it's a cantrip. Accurate? It's usually an action.
Eldritch Blast is an action.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah.
Mhm.
Then the only thing that I can do with bonus action then is going to be a hex, and I will hex this guy that is up on this area above me.
Okay.
Just one of those. And that will be my turn. Can I grab a concentration one?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Nyx's turn. Requiem, you're back up.
Okay, I want
Remember.
to.
You have advantage.
Huh?
Said remember you have advantage.
Give you the help action. Your next action has advantage.
Beautiful.
roll on.
Thank you. Okay, I do want to. If I use my Hunter's Mark, because that's all bonus action, I don't get a hit in the same turn, right? That's just the bonus action.
You can.
Okay.
You can
can
Hunter's
bonus
Mark and
action,
then
Hunter
use an
Mark
action
first.
to attack.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just do your bonus first.
Okay, and then that's the guy,
bonus
the
action.
pink guy?
Hunters?
The highlight. It's anyone that I.
That has a hex on it.
Okay. What does the hex do?
Helps Nyx. Hurt him.
Yep. And he has some disadvantage on some ability check stuff.
So Tragul, you've got that guy?
Yep.
Okay, so I am going
Yep.
to look around. Who's the next closest? Is that a bad guy right there? Down
Yeah,
there?
that's,
Yeah,
that's the one. That's the main chick
That's
that
the
you
rogue
chased.
bitch that you
That's the
100 marked the
rogue
last
bitch.
time.
Okay, I am
Hunter marker, you got it, Hunter's marker again.
Yeah.
That's the
I
way.
got a Hunter's marker, and then we are gonna check.
You got a wink.
Yeah. And then I'm going to
Wait,
when's Vex. So
when's Celine's turn?
so if I hit her, then I'll
On the enemies.
Okay.
Don't read
Then
into it.
She didn't do anything.
Don't
Don't read
read
into
into
it.
it. She didn't do anything.
Neither of
She's so frightened.
But she's not on our side.
them.
We don't know that.
Neither of them did anything.
For Hex, I have to choose the ability for disadvantage. I choose acrobatics.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
do my
Eldrick
double
didn't do
crossbows
anything.
at her.
Yeah, give me your attacks.
Yes. Yes. And go over here.
You can't do double.
Not 20!
You can't do double. You got a single because you use a bonus action.
Oh, for the Hunter's
You
Mark.
could use a dagger and you get double. With the hand crossbow,
Okay,
you
that's
only
fine.
get one.
26 to hit with my bow.
26 hits.
But it's a natural
But it was a
20.
nat 20?
Yeah?
Oh, well, that hits.
No.
Join the club.
Okay, my damage is, which is
You're not going
Double.
to kill her, are you?
it says crit.
9.
Yeah, it's doubled.
Crit 9.
9 damage.
That's
What'd you roll, though?
Damage 9.
yeah. So it'd be
You rolled
18.
9, so it'd be 18.
So I rolled 9.
It'd be 18
You're-
damage.
you're crit-
because it's
you're
doubled.
Doubling.
Yeah, for rolls.
Do you not want me to kill her? Do you not want me to kill her?
He's like, oh shit.
Those are such
18.
good rolls.
It's not total though. Like, can you roll a real dice, and so we know what the math is?
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Oh, so it's
It's double the dice, and then you add
That's
things
one
to
die
the
6
modifier.
plus 4.
So roll a d6.
Oh, 1. I don't know why I just did 2.
6.
3 plus 4. 7.
no.
So, it's 3 is
6
doubled.
plus
So
4,
6 plus
10.
4, 10.
10.
So you hand crossbow, and she like.
I want it in the leg if I can.
Okay, leg, and Hunter's marked her. She looks at you.
Yeah.
It's like we meet again. Oh, we've been here before.
So did you roll your Hunter's Mark damage then as well?
Yeah, because you get What is it? Plus 4 for 100
all the
floor?
things
It's another
that we need to
D6.
invest.
Oh,
But with the
That would also be
crit,
doubled.
you would also double your 1d6
Double
for
your
that.
mark
that's
two.
like mother.
So you were right.
Fucker.
You were
So
right
yeah,
rolling twice. Technically, yeah.
Or I just deal an
You don't
extra
know why,
D6, so do
yeah.
I just roll another
one
D6?
D6,
1d6 again,
double
you're
it by
doubling
2.
that. So you just roll 6.
So
That's 12.
another 12 points of damage to her.
In the
Just
leg.
6,
Leg
just
damage.
6.
And
So
back
16
to the other leg.
total. 16 total?
You can call out non-lethal if you want.
Non-lethal.
In the leg.
Okay, I will
And
say this
non-lethal, knock her down.
because you're saying crosshand. Like normally, it's like non-lethal has to be. You have to have a way to do not like you're hitting someone with a blunt weapon or something. So you're
Hit her in the
we're calling
legs.
non-lethal. So that drops her to 0. So she's going to start making death saving throws. Okay.
Okay.
Because she's still bleeding out because you shot her twice with.
Trying to save
Or you
her.
shot her really, really well in the leg with a hand crossbow.
She's just take another. We'll just take another
Oh,
captive
no.
or another.
So she, and then falls
We have
down.
words with her, though.
But
She's
yeah.
been here for a long time.
I have something
your
for
turn?
that.
Yeah. I
Should
kind
say
Alright.
something cool to her.
I guess
Better luck next time.
Help,
Yeah.
help me remember. She has to make death saving
running
throws.
away
Feed her,
now,
yeah.
bitch.
Enemy's
Feed her
turn.
some-
I'll do it right now.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll.
And bring her back after.
And,
Maybe.
I'll spare the
Ash-
die-in on her.
At the start of the enemy's rounds, you see, like on the edge of this sunlight, the shattered roof that's around you, the sacred flame that's still burning in that spot and on Virilia. You see Lady Celine Blackheart, like stands near a half-toppled chase, her long gown tastefully now torn at a leg. She clutches her chest, eyes wide, framed perfectly in this fractured light pouring in from above.
I like mapping
So
flame.
dramatic.
You know?
Her expression is one of, well, we'll say fear for now. And
Inside joke.
Inside the crap out of that.
I'll let someone give me an insight check.
Inside check. 10
She's in
plus.
smoke. By the way.
Oh, yeah,
you're-
can we
She's
see
in
her?
smoke.
She's in
No one-
smoke.
Never mind, no one can see her.
There's a 17.
Requiem's in there with her.
I mean, I
I'm in
can.
there.
Requiem's in there with her.
I can
You're
look
the
down
one
on
that
her.
can see her.
Okay, we'll say you can see. I'll do disadvantage. I'll do disadvantage for an insight check.
I do have really good
Good view, like vision.
12 and 25.
Oh, well, that was a nat 1 for my second one, so.
You're 12.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he said for me too.
This looks a little bit like practiced fear.
Ew! Okay, but we
She's like trembling but not panicked,
Clenching her
dazed but
pearls.
not foolish. Like it's very like, and it's almost like she's picked like the perfect spot to look so desperately like heroine. Yeah, in this moment, like, she looks so good in this lighting right now.
Right, she said that.
It's
I'm like, she finds
it's-
the one clear.
yeah,
Hold on,
it's-
I'm a
it's- you look
vampire,
back, but
but
you're like a little distracted. You're like,
I need the
I
light.
look really good. And you're like, oh, I'm in a fire right now.
Yeah.
I'm like,
At her side, Eldrick Thorn is towering utterly still. And you see in one of his hands is Celine's logbook, which she had brought to this meeting. It's a slim leather-bound volume pulled hastily from a nearby table. And his other hand remains poised near the hilt of his great sword. His fingers are hovering, but he does not draw it. And you see the Sunlit Path assassins near them. One of them points, there, on him, he's got it. And their attention nearby focuses on Eldrick. And Eldrick moves in between them and Celine. They come in near that area. This guy has to make an acrobatics check with disadvantage or disadvantage now, which is a great place to
long
put.
fall.
That's a long
fall
Yeah.
too.
Sounds like he
I
needs
just
a
She's
imagine
down.
the voice cut in the back.
My leg.
My ankle.
We'll do DC
If I
15.
be
I've
focused
got
on
it.
her, or you're for the book. Like, it's like 2 targets.
two.
Focused on Virilia. I'm the one that noticed, but now there's Celine right now, so I'm trying to figure
That's
out
exactly
how
what
I. There's nothing
that's
for
a
me
lot
to
of
really
damage.
race through right now.
Yeah.
To just sneak and grab. Would the logbook be something that
He's
we
looking
got?
rough.
His
looking like
knees go
twisted.
right in his face.
Has to get up off the ground. Prone uses a bunch of his movement. But
should have made
you
better
see,
choices.
That was a great person to put
Yes,
this on acrobatics.
perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. The hex.
But you see Eldrick steps in between Celine, his muscles coiled, breath low, but his blade remains sheathed. And he's like fighting off a couple of these assassins with his fist and gauntlets, fending off slashes and driving one attacker back with a planted elbow like to a jaw. And Celine cries out, "Please, it's just financials. Don't hurt him. Take it. Just take it." And as if on cue, one assassin wrenches the book from Eldrick's grasp, and all three use their remaining movement to retreat back. And they begin running back up towards the skylight, running towards that area. Celine drops to her knees with a choked sob, one hand to her throat, the other clinging to the hem of Eldrick's torn cloak.
Oh, never mind. I don't think I'll be able to.
They're not gone yet. I'll still make them move.
Okay, because I have something I want to try.
Yeah. Yes.
The one in front of you?
Since I was
This
the
guy
one that
doesn't have like any
noticed her
movement.
theatrics.
Prone?
He got up, but he doesn't have like any movement left, so I think he's still there.
It's just like,
Did they give us like an opportunity with them like leaving? Or
depends on if they're by you.
None of them were net
I
5
like
feet
your-
between you. Why wouldn't they stand?
stand?
Yeah.
Shook?
Okay. And then there's one next to Tragul.
Yes.
So they're going to take an attack on you.
Okay.
And fail. We need the logbook.
Yeah. Did you guys catch which one has the logbook?
Which
one
has
close to Celine?
I will say it's the one who it just ran away, like a little bit. Yeah, right there.
Him?
Yep.
That one has the logbook. Okay.
I'm so glad this is my focus. This is like
so much. I love how we all have our like weapon props and you've got your wand.
Okay.
It's perfect.
pretty great.
It's pretty great.
Hits. Really bad on the damage. So 3 piercing damage, Tragul.
Okay.
And I need you to make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
You got it.
What was it?
12.
Oh, I rolled a 13.
Yes.
Yeah, so Constitution. So you feel, and like as this blade goes into your side, you see it is coated with something that like you feel like something begin to try to seep into your bloodstream that's coated on this blade, and your natural Constitution resists it.
Perfect.
Okay, that is theirs, and we'll use. Thankfully, it's all dim light in that area. So you see that they use a bonus action. Oh, they're still going. And appear over here. And... we'll go there. This archer will use an explosive arrow at Zephyra and Requiem.
Hope it explodes on itself.
And...
Wait, is it doing different? I'm not by Rec.
Oh, I'm sorry, Zephyra and Virilia.
At disadvantage, right? Because they're in the smoke.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
I don't even think they hit with the regular one. They don't. So you see another arrow fire and then it explode towards your feet.
All of it.
Yes.
rules, but it's a good boy.
That person's dead. Who else?
You
is
get
there?
to beef turkeys. Yeah.
They're the one who shot them. They have a logbook. Okay, I think that's everyone.
Question.
Yes.
How far away is the person with the logbook from me?
From you?
She's
freaking
right there.
that one.
That guy right there.
Hours now.
Pretty far.
Let's see this. Smite him.
65 feet.
Damn it.
Oh, how close do you have to be?
30.
You got crazy movement though, right?
Huh?
You got crazy movement.
That is the enemy's
Yeah, but
turn
it
as
has
a
to be the
Fury
end of the enemy's turn.
Okay. This is hard. Either shoot him or no, it's not that hard. Okay, I'm going to try to attempt to start to help put out her burning. I do have a balm on me that's
Yeah.
helps against radiance damage too.
Yes. Oh,
Yes.
And
But she's still on fire.
yeah. Okay. So I don't know how it will work with how much to put her out. I know I cloaked her, but I'm going to be trying to do what I can to.
I would need an
Damage
action to
roll.
try to put her out.
Okay.
Let's do this as let's do this as a dexterity saving throw. And the DC is 15 to get her completely out and 10 to get her partially out.
Okay. 15 exactly.
Perfect. So with your cloak, itself, sunlight resistant and resistant to radiant damage is a great implement to try to. You're patting her. You feel her so incredibly frail and weak in your arms, which is so weird, so unnatural to feel of your grandmother. But you smother the flame that's on her, and she is no longer on fire.
So, I have blood or the regenerative balm. Does she need the balm? Was just in case she needed it for radiance burns, because
it will help.
Okay,
It will
more
help.
than blood will in this case.
Both will help.
Both will help.
They'll do different things, but
Okay. I'm going to. Well, then first I will be doing my bonus action to pour a flask of blood.
Okay.
In her mouth instead to.
Perfect.
And then I'll do burns care next.
You uncover her face from your cloak that you smothered the fire out, and you see her eyes are dull, her breathing heavy, and you have to force her mouth open, put the blood in her. I'm going to roll the healing. Roll the healing for me.
Okay, 2 die 4.
Grandma, live.
Plus 2. Where is... There it is.
Good.
3. I don't know if that... I'm going to redo that one because well, they're 3 both times. I feel like I cheated because I just dropped it, but I did it again. It was still 3. So 6, 8.
Okay, nice. That's good. There will be more to uncover here. I think that you're seeing you poured the blood, and even naturally, an extremely old and powerful vampire, you see that some of these burns are beginning to heal, but the concentrated effort of that radiant damage is still affecting her, and you think that there's something that you don't understand. It's you're not out of the woods yet. This has immensely slowed down the process of her death, but you have not yet prevented it.
Okay.
And I think you don't know what else you can do. Other than to get her to safety, you don't know how you can heal her yet.
Okay.
From the knowledge you have now. But that's a great effort. Is that your turn?
Yeah, because I don't. Well, technically,
Movement?
I didn't use any movement, so I could use movement. If I move any further away, am I leaving smoke?
You are. You're right on the edge of it.
But nobody else is this way as far
But
as
they'd still have to look through the smoke to get to you.
True.
That's
They'll
why I'm
still
trying to
have
cover
do
your
that.
exit.
So you're there already kind of stopping him from it. So so I'll be moving however much further this way I can. Is the fountain out here?
Yes.
Okay, I'm headed towards it that way as
Okay.
best I can, but also on guard as far as my movement. I'm going to use it all to drag her, so halved. But trying to be aware of if we run across other people. Because I'm trying to keep her hidden, basically.
Did you do the roll for the rogue that's down?
I did.
Oh, okay.
She made her death saving throw, yeah.
Perfect.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, Tragul's up.
Yeah, I want to pursue the guy with the book. So, do you want me to make an athletics jumping down?
I want you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Dexterity. Okay. 6.
Okay, because that is a far leap. You do take
I'm like superhero.
5 points of bludgeoning damage from the low, kind of twist an ankle from the rough landing, but that's, you still have your movement.
Okay.
That's, it's 20 feet.
Okay, so I have 40, I believe. Yeah. I'll move the extra 20 going towards
10, 15, 20.
and I might
next
as
to
well
Eldrick.
swing on that guy. Is that the guy that texts, the one with the pink?
Yes.
Yeah, he's taking damage.
Okay.
Get him.
I am going to use my greatsword for this one.
Okay.
Oh, the teeth?
Yep. So
How many more are there? I can't really shoot.
That's going to be 12 to hit.
12 does not hit.
It's a +1 weapon to happen to calculate the 1 in it.
Yeah, it's already added in the hit DC. So yeah, I mean, right? If
Grandma's not getting that.
the hit DC is +7.
Save
Yes.
out of combat.
So that +1's already added in there, right? Yeah.
She won't die in the next one.
You draw your great sword and you swing, and this assassin like parries it off. They do get a riposte.
Love the song.
Okay,
So good.
you swing with your greatsword. You see, as you're swinging, like the first time you've wielded this blade in violence and actual intention to draw blood, you swear you hear the grinding of teeth emitting from this blade, and you feel like the blade's frustrated that it didn't draw blood in that moment.
Yeah.
You swing. The assassin dodges, and with his reaction, jabs a dagger underneath like your sternum. Ooh. And deals 8 piercing damage.
I ended my turn, didn't I? I'm an idiot. I was going to bonus action.
It's still your turn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's still your turn.
I'm gonna.
Using his reaction.
I'll take the 8 really quick, and I'm gonna bonus action second wind to.
Okay. Maybe before you do that, I also need a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
again.
okay. Oop, that's cocked. That is going to be a 5.
A 5.
So
So you take 1 poison damage, and you are poisoned.
Okay.
So you have the poison condition, so it's disadvantage on attack rolls and ability
Okay.
checks.
I'm gonna second wind real quick.
Okay.
Let me get back to that.
My hunter's mark on that ranger or rogue that's down.
That's gonna be.
Does it move? She has 0 hit points?
I would say not yet, because she's making death saving throws.
Oh, okay.
I'm kind of.
Okay.
They normally wouldn't, but because you intentionally wanted to keep her alive, I'm letting her make death saving throws.
Perfect. Thanks.
11 is what I got for health back.
Okay, perfect. Is that your turn, Tragul?
Yes.
Nyx.
All right. I'm going to use my movement to close in with this guy that has this book, this precious book that, oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. We did it, everybody.
He did it.
And I'd like to move, I'd like to move my hex. This is my bonus action.
You like, hey there, buddy.
DM. Oh no, good God. Hey, we did it. We did it, everybody.
Okay.
Good God. Good God. Great Scots.
If I'm going to do a attempt to take this book from him, would it be contested sleight of hand? Is that how you'd rule it?
I will rule it as contested athletics checks.
Okay, I'm going to.
Well, from you, it's an athletics check, and they get a choice.
They get a choice. Shit. They won't know that they're hexed. So I'm going to say, okay, I'm going to say this guy feels more dexy. I'm going to give him sleight of hand as the disadvantage.
Okay.
For it, and then I'm going to use my action to try to take the book from him.
Okay. So he'll roll with disadvantage.
Okay. 16.
16. He has +3 to this roll.
Gotcha.
So he has to roll a 13 or higher with disadvantage. That's a 17. This is a 13. It's a 5.
No.
You yank the logbook from his grasp.
Awesome. Okay. That is the entirety of my action economy.
Perfect.
Free action.
She broke
Do you
it
mind
real
if I
good.
make a fashion check?
What? You
A fashion check?
I want to take notice of all of these
I've
guys'
been attacked a
cloaks
single person.
and just
Safe and
get a
good
good look at them to
Nice.
log that for later.
Perfect. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Go you.
I love the mid-combat fashion check by Max, by the way.
Perception will be 15 total.
15, yeah.
Combine your skills.
Their cloaks,
Can you
while
use
not like
devices?
perfectly
Mhm.
uniform,
Okay.
seem like they were all very similar.
Mhm.
And I think your eyes like, oh, these are all like the same like leather suppliers or
leather.
manufacturers,
Perfect.
things like that. Like they're from the same source.
Cool.
They're all dark brown leather
Who's-
cloaks.
Who's that?
Thank you.
Like right
Mhm.
behind me. All I can see is my peachy
That's my
butt.
turn.
Okay, Requiem is up.
That is Celine. So
Top of the
Celine's in
round.
between me and
Celine's been standing there having a whole
thing. So that's why I was able to
She's
see.
throwing her
fake
own
fit,
drama
and
show.
you're the only one that
Like,
can see that they haven't done it.
A plus, I mean.
Oh. Okay, so if I want an action and bonus action, does movement fit into there, or do I have to? I always forget. Can I use my movement to step around her? Because I can see where the guy went.
You have movement, you have action, bonus action. You can split like movement at any point that you want in there. You can split, and you can split it in between too. So you can 15 feet, do stuff, use the rest of your movement.
I just want to move around Celine in the pillar so that I am like looking directly, kind of more in between everyone, where I have better eyes.
And between them here,
I'm sorry, around this way.
The backside.
The backside.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
And then I want, that's a nice butt, but I'm going to turn around. So I want
35.
to face the hexed guy.
Face, okay, yes, you're
Yeah.
running that way, okay.
And then I would like
The
to.
guy that Nick's just grabbed the book from.
Yeah. And I want to chill touch that guy.
Ooh, sick.
And so that's ghostly skeletal hand in the space of a creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against a creature to assail it with the chill of the grave. On a hit, the target takes 1d8 necrotic damage, and it can't regain hit points until the start of the next turn. So I want to do that at him.
Okay.
So that's 21.
21 hits.
Hits, okay. And then damage is 5.
5 damage. Has anyone hit this person yet?
I
Just hexed, right?
yeah.
I think he's just hexed, yeah.
He took all that fall damage.
He took fall damage. He took a lot of.
No,
he's
that's
he's
No,
been-
that was
you
a different
changed the
one.
hex.
Yes.
From the guy that took a lot
The
of
one
fall
that
damage.
took the
shouldn't do
fall
that.
damage is over.
Right.
He's the one next
There.
to me.
So wait, are you?
He's next to John.
Oh, yes.
This guy
I think this guy did not take
He's
fall
not the
damage.
one
ran
that took fall
away
damage.
during
Okay.
that whole show.
Gotcha.
So you
You're-
changed your hex.
Okay.
He's untouched.
Okay.
I misunderstood
Oh,
which
I
guy
thought-
you're attacking.
Oh.
I'm glad you took the book from, but I think they're right. That's not the person who fell.
Agreed.
Okay.
And then I would like to right
What does your chill touch look like?
Yeah.
What is your? Because that's a wraith ability, right?
It is.
Yeah. What does your chill touch look like?
It looks like a ghostly skeletal hand right next to him, and it grabs onto him. So it's applying the damage.
So I think this is the first time that your party has seen and it's uniquely conjured from, I think, a portion of Requiem that has remained hidden from a lot of you, directly channeling her undead nature. Even you see her face for a moment goes gaunt, the blood and life that is normally still mostly maintained shrivels and her eyes sink and reaches out and a hand from the grave claws at this man, dealing necrotic damage.
Yeah. Can I do, how much more movement do I have? 10 feet?
That was 30. How much movement do you have? Is it 30 your movement?
30. Okay, yeah.
So that's all of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Is that your turn?
Mm-hmm.
Enemy.
Okay.
So if you're on deck.
You see, so behind this area lead the staircases to Virilia's private study. And you see dropping in from that, from the whole rafter are 6 more Sunlit Path agents that drop down, ignore you all, start running up the stairs to that study. You see dropping down the hole is also a figure you'd recognize as Elenia Brightwind and another archer. She withdraws her bow.
We need backup.
Huh. Okay.
EB.
Virilia has half cover.
Yes.
So her AC right now is 18.
Yeah. That angle, they see past the smoke. But the column, I think, is good.
It's a really good roll. You see Alenia lands, the hawk circling above her. Her eyes assessing, looking, seeing Virilia, calm, in this moment, expressionless face, releases an arrow, strikes into her back. Zephyra, you, in her arms, you feel her take this blow, feel her flinch, and know that Virilia is on death's door. This archer next to her will shoot an explosive arrow at the both of you. And this is of importance, so I'm going to make a Raven roll.
Ooh.
So she has half cover.
Yeah.
And that makes her AC 18, and they get a +5 to hit. So this needs to be a 13 or higher.
Nope.
An 18 on the dice. Yep. I need... Zafira, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Where is Saren just out? We have no eyes on Saren right now, right?
8.
No, he went to follow
8.
the other guy.
So
that
you
came
fail.
out.
I need you to make one for Virilia as well.
15.
On the dice?
No.
Was that with your stats?
Yeah.
What do you add to dex?
It's 10 on the dice, and I have 5.
She has 9.
So 19 for her.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
It's a success. So 8 points of radiant damage to Zafira. And half of that to Virilia.
Oh.
13 hit points.
Just another blast of holy oil ignites over both of you, and you feel Virilia's form in your grasp go limp. God dang. Okay, that was the new people. Next person you just stole the book from is going to try to steal it back. So I need you to make an athletics or acrobatics check. Your
It
choice.
helped, but there's something else going on because there's more damage.
Sorry, me make an athletics or acrobatics?
Yep.
Okay, I think that's good.
And you have to beat 13.
Okay. Okay. Nope, it's going to be a 12 or
Okay.
11.
They grab the book from you. Bonus action disengage.
Fuck.
10, 15.
Even with the hex?
You still hex, but... And they use their bonus action disengage, so they don't get a dash. So that's how far they get away. Well, they were here, right? They are going to cover that guy's retreat from you.
Yeah. It's within space from you for that thing if you wanted it.
So you see as he, I've got to go. And you see he runs off. The two guys next to them will, like, knowing you just took the book from him, will go towards you. Nyx. Those aren't good. And your AC is 14. Both miss. So you, 2 dagger strikes come at you. Both
Only my
miss.
dreams could hurt me, fools!
Yeah, still hanging on to that. Did you have something?
The guy that bonus action disengaged, can
He's
I
not
still
someone yet.
target him with a reaction?
Would you have something that can hit him on a reaction?
Within 30 feet, yes. Any creature within 30 feet of me, or a single creature I can choose within 30 feet of me, I can have a reaction to them.
Well, was he
it's one
ever
of my-
within 30 feet of you is the question.
Because of where he was.
I think he was. He was just at 30 feet. So
Yeah.
reaction can trigger
So-
at any point. So yes, you
My reaction is my stone ruin. He has to have a wisdom saving throw of 13, or else he is charmed for 1 minute with the charm In this way, creature has speed of 0 and is incapacitated. Descending into a dreamy stupor, the creature repeats saving throws at the end of each turn, ending the effect on a success.
Wow. Okay.
Okay.
Does he get a save?
Yeah, so it's a wisdom saving throw, DC 13.
DC 13. This is pretty important.
Yeah.
He needs an 11 or higher on this roll.
Boo.
It's an 18.
That's really good.
So you, what does that look like?
I think invoking it, it would almost look like his legs were starting to turn to stone. But of course, because it didn't take effect, I think it just like kind of broke through.
And this is the first time we've seen something like that from Trogul.
Yeah.
What do you look like when you're casting that?
I feel like what you guys haven't noticed is maybe on the palm of my hand I have a stone ruin carved in, so I kind of just put my hand out and it's like a gray light that you see as I'm like focusing on his legs to try and incapacitate him, but it's the kind of concentrating almost is I'm unable to succeed in the concentration just due to everything going on around me.
So you extend your hand, the rune glows on your palm, and the like stones from this tile start to erupt and like try to encase this man's legs and stone as he runs. And due to your lack of concentration, you're able to break, and he's still has his movement continue to run. But nice. And then one last enemy is going to shoot an explosive. Well, they get to see if they get it recharged. They do not. So they're going to shoot a regular crossbow at Trogul. Nat 1. Fire. Pierces his hand. Does a little bit of damage to him.
Awesome. But Z, Plop is coming.
I was like,
Okay.
Plop, I know you summoned him back last time.
Yeah, he's not just always out, though. I have to, like, use an action. To
okay.
Sophia, you're up. Go ahead.
Oh, no, okay.
Okay, goodness gracious. I don't even know if putting balm on her right now, we're too close to her range, so no one's by me. I'm basically going to pick up my grandma in my arms and use all of my action plus bonus action to dash as close as I can.
So
I don't know if the fountain is good, but
that
I'm
gets you
about
out
to
of off the map. Well, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So your regular movement's 30.
Mhm.
So that's how far you get with the dash.
To the blood
'cause you're-
fountain.
Because I'm halved.
Okay. Anything else?
I don't think I can do anything else.
Okay.
I use bonus to dash, so
Beautiful.
That's
Yeah,
I
I'm not
feel
going to
like
be
I
able to
haven't been
use
part of
this
this
from
fight
one.
at all.
There's like
except
a
for
Hail
like,
Mary
it's
thing,
kind
but
of
it's not
important. I'm not,
yeah, that's
like,
I
it's
mean,
just kind of one of those
I
like.
think that we understand that as your companions being like, yeah, she needs to get her grandma out
I don't
of here.
know. Yeah,
and
I
we
don't
need
know
try
to like
and
go in
cover.
if going assisting her is helpful, but like with Sarah not being
EV's
here,
right there. That
Yeah.
bees.
but like
Wrong.
with these guys
She's a
being here,
princess
I don't really
and a
know.
ranger.
I almost feel like we should. I don't know how much like disengaging and following, seeing her grandma out, because if these guys hadn't just shown up, I don't really know what else. Like,
Well, I think
or at least all
definitely think
regrouping
if
to the blood
you
fountain.
def help, it would be good. But I
also
don't know.
originally
You were the only one that could see Celine and them just standing there doing
I
nothing.
know, I know,
But
that's
now,
why I'm, like, raging right now.
Trogul's there.
Yep.
I don't know if Nyx is paying that close of attention to them,
Okay.
but like they're legit.
It is
Not doing it.
Trogul's turn.
Sweet. I'm going to use my movement to.
Sophia, you went? Yeah, you're out of this.
She
Yeah.
ran. She ran.
My movement to get behind the guy with the book, or in front of, I guess.
How far are you from the fountain?
I don't know.
how
He's
far is
got
she?
the book.
Yep.
5, 10. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Then maybe
Nice.
I won't have to.
I'm definitely going to
Running through the rubble.
I'm going to invoke my Giant's Might, which it adds.
He
one
already
d-
has disadvantage through my hex.
Well, it just adds damage.
Oh, gotcha.
My-
You're going to hurt
yeah.
him. You're not going to try and take the book. Got
Nope.
it? Okay.
I'm going to use my Warhammer.
book if dead.
Yeah.
Logic is sound.
Yeah.
Logic is sound.
How?
All right.
You're going to kill him.
I'm gonna Warhammer.
How
Okay.
far is she
That
and Grandma?
is going to be 18
From you?
to hit.
Woo, 18.
18 hits.
Okay.
Woo! How far is she from the fountain?
Let's
From the
see.
fountain?
That's where she was going to.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty far. I'll put a number to it. I'll say it's like 120 feet
That's going to be.
So she just went 30, so she needs another.
from where she is now.
Yeah.
That's going to be 13,
Jesus.
17 points of damage plus my 15 feet of knockback.
Woo!
So I'm knocking. I'm knocking him back with
Yeah.
that book towards everyone else.
We established this guy has not been hit, not been damaged.
Yes, he's not.
And how much damage did
Wait,
you do?
I thought I damaged him.
Yes,
I
you
did my hand
the
on him.
5 damage.
Yeah.
And then I
Yes.
just hit him for 17.
He had 16 left. He had 16 left.
Yes.
So you again,
Racked that frickin'
again, you go to knock this guy back, and once again the hammer hits, crushes skull, light bleeds eyes, and he flies back, drops the book at your feet. Done.
Awesome.
Beautiful. Is that your turn?
Interacting with an object is a free action.
You can pick it up,
I'll,
yeah.
I'll pick up the book.
Okay. Okay.
Yes.
Nick's
You're
turn.
I'm so glad you have the book.
Harder to take.
Well,
than
If it's a
Dragon.
strength thing, that's
Well, yes, because the Giant's Might also allows me advantage on strength checks and saving throws.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my bonus action to move my hex up to the princess, Sylvan Wood Princess.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my oh fuck it, let's have fun. I'm going to pull out my my rapier and dagger, and I'm actually going to engage in some hand-to-hand combat.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're here to have fun.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Yeah,
We haven't seen that
buddy.
before.
I'm not a
huh?
combat guy, so
We have not seen Nick's draw his rapier
This is
yet.
great.
I killed Martin with it.
Yeah, he
That's true,
drew
that's
it
true.
one time.
Okay. All right. So rapier, I'm going to go for the guy that's furthest away from Tragul. So this one closer to me.
Okay.
And okay. So rapier, I'll be a 6 to hit.
Does not hit.
Okay.
Damn it.
Okay.
On God's.
And I already used my bonus action. For
How about you?
yeah, exactly. And I am. Oh gosh. I'll allow my attacks of opportunity to come on me. Okay. I'm going to.
Pause.
Yeah. I'm going to. No, actually, you guys are going to be closing in. I'm going to stay right where I'm at.
Okay.
Yep, I'm going to stay right where I'm at.
Yeah. I think a little too involved in theatrics of how cool this moment is.
Yeah.
Nick gets a little distracted.
I'll save the day. Oh God. That's it.
Actually, they get a riposte because you missed.
Oh, shit.
Oh, dang.
Oh.
Yes.
Cool.
The first out of dream damage
Nick's
to
is
Nick.
taking more damage.
Happening.
4 points of piercing damage.
Oh.
And I need you to make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
Shit.
Okay.
Oh,
You
should I have done that? Oh, no, I'm already poisoned.
You did.
So,
Con.
You did when they hit you.
okay.
You're poisoned, yeah.
11.
11 fails.
Yeah.
So
Oh, shoot.
that's bad. Another 1 point of poison damage.
Oh.
Okay.
And you are poisoned.
Poison and poison.
Oh, but you're saying should you have done it with disadvantage? Yes, but it's too far past that now. So we'll remember that for
Yeah.
next time.
I remember everything else.
It's hard to remember everything. Okay,
and acrobatics for her hex.
for her hex, perfect. Requiem's up.
I would like to put a big rain cloud in front of these guys up here, like directly on them. Could I do that with Druidcraft? Says that
Does it say you can do that?
Well, yeah. What sensory?
Might be like
create
a
a tiny
5 foot.
sensory. So I mean, it's not going to do
Vex
anything
might
to them, but a
manifest
cloud for rain. So I can put a rain cloud on them.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
I'm going to just rain cloud on them, and then I'm going to
Starts raining over them, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to Zephyr
cool.
Strike to gain movement, and I'm going to try and catch up to Zelfira and her grandma.
I mean, that's pretty cool, though. You're controlling the weather in a concentrated area. What does that look like for Requiem?
I don't know. I'm very concerned about these guys right now. So I think my bloodlust right now is
I
I'm
will-
having to back the seat.
You need to make it like a little rain dance.
Yeah.
A quick little. I'm watching my storm with a eye.
Yeah.
What I'll give you with that is that you feel in this area specifically, and kind of, you've seen it different places throughout Slavoka, that green grows here in abundance. And you feel in touch with the land here. And part of the reason why this is so effective and you're able to channel your connection to nature, but distinctly different than other places in Slavoka, particularly, the places we've described previously, the Cathedral of the Faceless God, the blood tax mills, the towers that guard the blood routes. So I think you feel that connection in this space that like life is here.
Oh.
Okay, and what else do you?
So that, and then I'd like to use my Zephyr Strike to give me the movement to catch up to Z and
Set
her
your action
grandma.
and bonus action, right?
Yeah, and then...
Wait. I thought we were all going to fight. No. That's fine. Do what you're going to do.
Oh,
I didn't communicate it, so
I
there's no
will?
way you would have known.
No.
I didn't communicate it.
I am trying to I am torn right now because I'm actually very irritated that these guys right here, they're not doing anything, and I did see the fakeness in her, oh no, my logbook. So I'm trying to figure out if I should just stay here and keep an eye on them or go after Z and her grandma. But I'm going to go see if I can help.
Okay, so you run after them. What's your movement? A lot, right? 60?
60, sorry, yeah.
I'm also half, so you're going to catch up.
Yeah, 'cause she's-
Oh, my speed is slowed.
60, yeah.
So I'll try and I don't know, help
Took
carry
me
her or
3
something.
turns to get here.
You're
carrying her.
You guys are gonna relay grandma.
Yeah,
One
relay.
person's taking her some,
Well,
the other person's
I'll
taking
help
her.
as much as I can because my athletics is -3.
I also have vampire strength.
You
so
do, yeah.
I'm basically,
I'm just
able
basically,
to pick
like,
her up fine.
trying to help you cover. Like, I want to be looking behind us, making sure that I'm covering them if I can.
It's mostly the matter
Providing
of it still
coverage
gets
and protection. 'cause-
slowed.
Okay, set your turn.
Yeah.
Okay. I am curious about that. Is that what everybody gets when they're carrying something is halved?
Yes.
For encumbrance, yeah.
So
Even-
would a vampire be the same
I
because
think so. It's not encumbrance, it's just
strength?
moving another character gets you half.
Yeah.
Even for a creature my size, if I were
I
to
think
pick her
so.
up.
I think so. I would have to verify, but I
feel
think
like
so.
there should be a rule for that.
Yeah, 'cause I
and
thought
as well as
mine
like
was
mine,
fine.
like
we can look
that's-
it up. We can look it
Yeah.
up. I mean,
like,
or we can make a jump call if it makes more sense.
That's
But
one of my
Alenia
fetuses.
will
I'm
move to the
stronger than
corner
you think.
and actually has a perfect view of
How the
Yeah.
fuck
through that
can
pillar.
she still
looking
shoot
where
here?
I'm looking where she has, and she has a
Yeah.
perfect view right now between
Ow.
the
With
three.
the rain
It's
cloud
literally goes straight through.
Yeah.
Even with the rain cloud on
It worked
her.
out really well.
Even
for
with
her.
the rain cloud.
Even with the rain cloud. So,
How did she shoot from there?
so
She's so far away.
this hits Requiem. Requiem, you feel an arrow strike your back.
Okay.
Dealing 13 points of piercing damage.
Requiem is
No,
dead.
Rec just went down.
Rick's down.
And from that arrow, you feel emit from the arrow planted into the back of Requiem, growing green vines encased in thorns, wrapping
Did a
around
thorn.
the wrath and fury of nature wronged in this space as she casts Hail of Thorns on this.
Oh, I wanted a hail of
at-
thorns her.
The maximum level of 60-10.
6d10.
So
Wait, so this is going on top of the
Oh,
13
it's on all
damage?
of us.
yes.
Okay.
Well, you not for you.
It's on us.
yeah, it's an
I
area.
need anyone within 5 feet, which is Zafira.
3.
Well,
dang it.
Virilia's making death saving
even.
throws.
She's doing
As
death
is
saving
Requiem in
throws.
this moment. So, Zafira, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw. The DC is 19.
Come on.
10 plus that.
19?
She's a high-level ranger.
15.
You take 44 points of piercing damage.
How much?
44.
Goodbye, cool world. Goodbye. I'll see you guys later.
Is there something about
Whoa.
it tripling your your health
How
points?
many hit points do you have total?
I had
I have 15 total,
No. Oh, God.
and I was at 7.
This does more than double of your maximum hit points.
Yes.
So Zafira has died.
Dead.
Oh,
What the fuck?
man. How old are you? Are you older than 100 years old?
I am, I think,
Nah, dead's dead.
60. Well, vampire years, I think we said 60 something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're too
You don't
young.
I'm
To,
too
you're
young
too
to
young
be-
to have those
yeah.
those abilities.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Zafira, in the moment where you carrying the currently struggling for life, lifeless form of
I should put the cloud over us.
your grandmother, Virilia, way, Requiem behind you, running towards life, running towards a way to save her. You feel that the arrow strike Requiem behind you. You hear her go down, and from that arrow becomes the wrath of nature. And I think in this moment, despite the violence of this, there is a righteousness in this blow. There's something, a part of you that recognizes that this spell couldn't work if it went against nature, if it went against what is right by living things. And I think you feel that as these vines encapsulate you, tear at you, your flesh rends, the dark vampiric blood is sprayed around as these vines wrap around your throat, snuff out your life, pierce into your skin, start going into your mouth, and you feel them ripping at you from the inside. What
Savage.
are Zafira's last words?
I don't think there's words. There's a vine in my throat.
What's going through your mind?
Yeah.
What's going through your mind in this moment?
I guess would say it's probably, well, there's a lot of things. There's so many things to unpack that happened today for different things and reasons. But probably my biggest thing would be regret for letting Saren and my differences keep me from telling him and doing my duty, which I should have done. Because it could have played out different.
That regret filling you. I will let you guys know above board that was not planned.
Right.
That's just what happened. I was not intending to kill Zephyr in that moment, but that was the damage that she rolled, and that's D&D. The light leaves Zephyra's eyes, and the three of you are down. Two of you are making death saving throws there. That's just one of their turns. In that moment, you hear wings above as the druid returns, wild-eyed, bleeding from one arm, and he lets out a sharp whistle. Three giant eagles you see wheel overhead, answering the call. Blood mist appears before this druid, Saren, battered but unrelenting. He appears again in this crimson mist, reforming midair to strike at the druid with one last blow. But this time, the druid is ready. With another command in druidic, Hosanai! The eagles dive, catching Saren, raking at him with their talons, and dragging him mid-leap from his trajectory. They let him go. As he falls, the druid raises both hands and conjures a lance of radiant moonlight, slamming into Saren's chest as the captive plummets into the ground, into the rubble below, like right in front of Nyx's feet. Into a sickening crunch echoes through the chambers as Saren hits the stone floor, his armor cracked, blood pooling from beneath him, beneath piles of rubble. The druid, panting and triumphant, turns to scan the wreckage and freezes when he sees Nyx. His expression twists, recognition, and then confusion. He says, "Uncle, why are you?" And his golden eyes narrows as he realizes the truth, and his jaw is set with hatred. "You lying worm, how dare you wear his face?" From the remaining path assassins nearby, he jabs a finger towards you. "Take him alive, no matter the cost. He knows where they have my uncle." And the remaining rebels surge forward. Their new orders are clear that you are the prize. Everyone begins to descend.
What just happened today? What is happening?
You sold. Where's you sold? Baby, where's you sold?
Treggle's like,
I would really like to know if I can carry somebody without being half movement.
Well, we'll see if we need that. So, just grab it. Everyone begins to ascend on you, and Nyx, you feel the weight of this focus.
Yeah.
And you're like, "Oh, this is bad."
Yes.
And you see
You just
from
got so
these two
confident,
next
too.
to you, a net is thrown in your direction. A rebel next to you goes over to capture you with this net.
Okay.
Something you see, like looking past them through this doorway at the end of the hallway that leads up to Virilia's studies, something moves.
plop. No?
But it's not something. The entire space in that area moves, everything. Time falters, the room stills, and then a flash of silver cleaves like this moment in half. A dagger whistles through the air, not from across the room, but for somewhere suddenly closer than it should be, embedding itself into the rebel's wrist, hilt deep, and the net falls to the ground useless. Before the scream can rise, another blade, not thrown, but planted from behind this individual into the soft gap beneath the rebel's jaw from behind. Both daggers vanish with a flicker of shadow. No clang of steel hitting stone, only silence. And then, like they were never there at all, there he is. You sold.
Showed up a little too late, buddy. My family's dead for crying out
He does
loud.
not
Good
walk
job.
into the fray. He is in it immediately.
Yeah.
Cloak fluttering like smoke torn from this fire. Twin daggers already back in his hand, summoned to
I've
his
already
belt.
lost, I get it.
Not raised, not poised, but
He's keeping that
spinning.
belt of returning for himself.
Like thoughts made steel. His eyes shine in the chaos. And you see, I think, uniquely Nyx, looking at him right in front of you, you see that his eyes shine with would-be delight if it was not tinged with something else that recently happened in this moment.
Yeah.
I leave you alone for 10 minutes. Motion, he moves. A flow, a thing unfolding. He moves like memory, like a rumor down spine. Rebels fall before their blades can move. One with a dagger to the spine, another with a wrist twisted back into shattering bone. The third doesn't fall. He's kicked full force into a burning desk, collapsing with a snap of wood and the stink of corked leather. Reality like catches back up in this moment as it's like his presence catching up to where Ysolde already was, framed in fire and ruin. Not smiling, not panting, just present, as if this violence was always meant to happen. Across the room, Elenia and the druids see him, and for the first time, you see the druid's arrogance crack. He doesn't call out orders or gloats. He grabs the nearest rebel to him with white knuckles and shouts for retreat. And with a burst of primal magic, he shifts, bones snapping, flesh feathering, wings unfolding into smoke-streaked sky. He's a massive eagle once more. Talons seizing his remaining men like prey. You see the three other great eagles pick up rebels who have now ascended to the staircase, hands full of stolen documents. And they pick them up, some of them scattering beneath as they trail behind them, charred at some at the edges. And then silence. Quiet in this moment that you know They came here with purpose, as if someone was pulling the strings. Not full victory for them, but close enough to it. And with that, we will end the session. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you next time.
Wow.
Bye-bye.
Oh my God. That was unexpected. That was
I need to go breathe into a bag.
wild.
That was unexpected for me too.
What the?
Yeah.
You gonna create a character now?
No, we'll bring her back. No, I don't know what this next part looks like.